Everyone, it is Allison Fletcher, the Drunk Astrologer, and I am finally doing a video in 2019. It only took me like, what, 3 weeks? In my defense, the first week of like 2019 was my birthday week. I celebrate my birthday for an entire week. I have a Leo moon. It's all about me. So that was the first week, and then unfortunately I got sick. I still have a little bit of the cold, so I'm like sucking down a cough drop. Might cough every once in a while. But like last week, I could barely talk. It was bad. But I'm not waiting until I'm 100% better because we need to talk about this lunar eclipse. Everyone's talking about this lunar eclipse. It's a big freaking deal. And I'm going to admit to you guys, I have not been focused on astrology recently. I've had a lot of exciting things happening in my life. I've had some positive changes. One of the things, like, you can kind of actually see, like, there's more stuff in this video because I'm finally making my apartment a home. I finally have a lamp. I actually have 2 lamps right now. I have 2 whole lamps in this room where before I had nothing. I got my original artwork. These are actual photos that I have taken and developed. And I'm a real adult now. I even have a throw pillow. So, a lot of positive changes in my life. I've also been working more on the intuitive energy, almost psychic work than I have on the astrology. But I needed to do this video because I needed to look into this lunar eclipse. So looking into it to talk about the video helps me out. And I think it's good for other people to be aware that this lunar eclipse is coming up. So the lunar eclipse, for those of you who are on the East Coast of the United States or in Europe, it's going to happen on the 21st, on Monday. Those of us out here on the West Coast of the United States, I'm out in California. It's going to hit us Sunday night. I think it's out here. It's going to hit 9:30 Sunday night. I think it's like 9:21 or something. But it's hitting us Sunday night on the 20th. And it's going to be something. It's going to be something. It is a big deal. Now, so the lunar eclipse is a full moon. So it's a full moon. It's intensifying a full moon. Now, even if you don't know astrology, people will have watched Hollywood. Almost every crime TV show does an episode where like everyone goes crazy on the full moon. I know whenever like my patients are going crazy, my coworkers are always like, "Is it a full moon out?" And I'm like, your calendars nowadays tell you the moon phases. Like, you just have to look at the calendar. If it's a circle with like an open circle, it means it's a full moon. If it's like a shaded in circle, it's a new moon. But it's besides the point. But so a full moon's already crazy. And one of the things that I was really kind of thinking about is what really is a full moon. It's not crazy. I mean, this one is, but like, it's not turning you crazy. And I really think the best way to describe a full moon is illuminating. I think the full moon is illuminating and causing things that aren't quite lined up in our lives to be even more disjointed, causing us to notice. I think that's really what a full moon is all about. I think a full moon is a really good opportunity to look and figure out what's not working. It's a time to really kind of focus and look at our lives. I know there's a lot of kind of like witchy stuff out there about doing full moon baths, and you want to, like, you can cleanse your crystals in a full moon, you can cleanse your tarot cards in a full moon, that kind of stuff. There is almost a healing aspect to the full moon, and I really think it's all from that illumination. Now, it's an eclipse. It means it's crazier. And this full moon is at 0 degrees Leo. Leo is a very social sign. Leo is very, when I think about Leos, I think of energetic people who are extroverts, who are out there. They're like, hey, let's hang out, let's do this, let's do that, let's go, it's a fire sign. I have a Leo moon, so I know a little bit about Leo. My Leo moon makes me want everyone to like me. I want to be the center of attention. I want people to be talking about me in a good way. I think the good way is more Capricorn. I'm not quite sure. But I want people to be talking about me in a good way. So I like Leo. Should also mention that my descendant on my natal chart is 0 degree Leo. So this is happening on my descendant. This is happening right smack dab at the beginning of my 7th house. 7th house, for those of you who aren't aware, that's the house that rules relationships and marriages. I think, to me, but I also think other people are going to be feeling this too, this eclipse is all going to be about our relationships. Now, this eclipse is also squaring Uranus. Uranus is the unexpected. Uranus is rebellion. Uranus is uncertainty. Uranus is anxiety. Because it's change. We're humans. Change makes us anxious. I mean, unless you're like all mutable signs, like unless your entire astrology is like Gemini and Sagittarius, it's going to make you anxious. Yeah. Because it's change. And it's squaring, which is going to be almost, it's doesn't really get along. Planets don't really get along when they square. It kind of adds tension. So we are going to have this very intense relationship between Uranus and this eclipse, this full moon. Things are going to happen. Things are going to change. We have to be just ready and flexible and open-minded. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Especially since at the same time Uranus is squaring Mercury, which is going to make everything just seem more hectic. It's going to seem crazier. Everything's going to feel faster pace. It's just going to be go, 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 go. We have to be patient. We have to sit back. We'll be okay. As long as we're just open. Open and flexible. Now, one of the things about an eclipse is the effects from the eclipse, just so you're aware, can last 3 to 6 months. Which means, whatever happens this weekend, whatever happens during this eclipse, will continue to affect us. Like, it's not just like, oh, something crazy happened, okay, now we move on. Just so you know, what is happening with this eclipse, the energy that we're going to be feeling with this eclipse is going to affect us. With this eclipse, I am focused on relationships. Uranus, chaos, change, currently squaring my Venus, my natal Venus, the planet of love, squaring that. It's also squaring my ascendant and my descendant. And this full moon is happening on my descendant. So I'm very focused on relationships. I don't know if everyone else is going to be having the same amount of focus. I still do believe that this eclipse is going to be affecting everybody's relationships. I do think our relationships are going to be changing. And this time beforehand is all about purging. It's all about getting rid of whatever is going to be getting in our way. We're coming up to this eclipse, and some examples for me, I have been purging when it comes to my apartment, my space around me, I have been frantic about organizing and cleaning. I'm like purging the dirt, like literally getting rid of the dirt. Not that my apartment's like dirty, but like I've been getting like cleaning. I've been getting rid of all of that. I've also been getting rid of old thought processes. Especially when it comes to relationship. I'm getting rid of what I thought was possible and getting ready for Uranus. Because expect the unexpected. I have no idea what's happening. And the only way that I can be successful is by being open. So we are purging. I would also like to point out Venus is squaring Neptune right now. So relationships are a little bit delusional. We are all delusional about relationships. If you're like me and you're out there and you're trying to date, these men are not going to have any idea of like what I'm actually about. Like everyone's going to be delusional right now. We're all going to come out of it, but just a heads up, we're all going to be delusional. I'm going to be like looking at an online profile and I'm like, oh, doesn't look that bad. And then all of a sudden I'm going to be like, wait, that's probably because it's fake. I'm pretty good at spotting those, by the way. But that's going to be like, we're going to be delusional. Whereas first, like usually I would be able to tell like first picture, like fake. Like, that's a scam. Now it takes me a little bit. But when this eclipse happens, I truly, honestly believe that we are going to be changing how we see things. How we see relationships, how we see what's happening to us, it's going to change with this eclipse. And then what's really cool is shortly after the eclipse, Venus is going to be conjuncting Jupiter. It is a really good aspect because I see Venus conjunct Jupiter as in we're all going to be able to fall in love again. Whether it's with the partner you've always been with. Don't know what that's like, but it's either falling in love with your partner all over again, it's falling in love with a new person all over again, or it's falling in love with yourself all over again. I'll be honest, that's probably what's going to happen to me. But I think that's really cool that we're going to be having that right after this eclipse. So that's kind of what's going to happen right now. That's kind of, we go through the purging, we have some delusion, we're going to change how we see things, and then we're going to fall in love all over again. The other thing, just a heads up, people should be watching out. We do have some very Mars stuff going on. We have some squares going on. We have some very accident-prone aspects going on right now. So just be a little extra careful when you're driving, when you're doing things like that. I live in a kind of like a sort of mountain town. This week has been a little rough on us because we've had rain. I live in the desert. I cannot count the number of times in the past week that we have had accidents on the one road. We have one road. We have one grade that goes in and out of town. I cannot count how many accidents have happened on that road within the past week. Actually, it's been almost 2 weeks. So, for all of you who follow astrology, you do know, we know right now that everything's a little bit more accident prone, so I do recommend just being a little more careful on the road. So, yeah. I did want to pull a tarot card on this energy, just because I think it would be fun. So I'm going to be using my Ink and Intuition tarot cards, because these are my absolute favorite. I've never loved a deck as much as I love this one. So this is just, I want to pull a couple cards on the collective energy that we are all going to be feeling with this lunar eclipse. So 8 of Coins, 8 of Pentacles. That one's really kind of, I always think about just keep working type of thing is always what I think about with 8 of Pentacles. We just need to keep going. We need to just kind of just put our feet on the ground and just go. I mean, that's my plan. Especially with this eclipse, I plan on just keep working, just keep going, just keep doing, working on myself, working on how I am outwardly. Yeah. So, this lunar eclipse. We also have justice. So I did write about this in my blog. There is a lot that we kind of have to watch the balance of everything right now. We need to make sure that we are staying balanced in ourselves. And I think kind of that also goes with the flexibility that I was talking about. Like, you just kind of need to just stay level, and you need to be prepared, because Uranus could just drop something on the scale and you just have to balance it out. You just have to just understand, like, at any point one thing could drop and you just have to prepare. So yeah, that's about it. So this is, finally got a video out in 2019. My main focus has been Facebook. I keep doing the weekly post on Facebook. Facebook has changed their policies, so now I can't, well, not Facebook, but most of the astrology Facebook groups have changed their policies, so I now can't share my post in any Facebook groups. I haven't found any. If anybody knows of any, let me know. So please check me out on Facebook. Feel free to share my post with other people. If it's something that you're resonating with, please like, comment. Just those of you who, I have a lot of really supportive people on Facebook, but I am interested in growing it even bigger. I do need help for doing that. So if you guys like what I'm putting out there, please let me know. Share it, like it, comment. I'm going to try. It does depend on my finances, but I'm going to try to get back to doing the signature drinks. I've been doing the tarot card drinks. So I already have I'm up to the Empress. I'm going to be making the Empress. I have an idea in my head. I always want to try it out first before I recommend you drink it. But it does require going out and buying more alcohol than I actually already have. So I do have to wait till I have money for that. Do follow me on Twitter. I have a couple really funny tweets out there. I can't repeat any of them because my grandmother and my mom watch these videos. So it really is kind of like my R-rated section. So hit me up on Twitter. Really hoping to be able to do more videos now that I have a light. And I can do videos even when it's dark out. So, fingers crossed I get more videos out there. Let's make 2019 awesome. So, thank you so much for everybody who comes with me on this journey. Like and subscribe. Like I've always said, I have a Leo moon. The more attention I get, the more I'm going to put out there. So, bye.